Emily, and on this episode of Great Family Adventure, we're exploring California. Anytime we can do hands-on learning with the kids, it's a big win for both the kids and the parents.
Good job, Parker! Nice! There we go. What better place to be and enjoy the sunset than just out in the water with a whole group of people having a good time.
I'm Emily, and this is Nick. As world champion whitewater kayakers, we're not just navigating the rapids, we're navigating life on the road with our kids, Tucker and Parker.
Join us as we tackle the wild ride of parenting, homeschooling, and competing, all while exploring the great outdoors.
This is our Great Family Adventure.
Santa Barbara is super cool. As soon as we arrived, we were just like enamored by the Spanish culture.
The kids and I were wondering, like, where are we exactly? There's a lot of like Spanish influence, but it has a vibe of like Morocco, painted tiles, white buildings, beautiful palm trees, stunning.
It's just really engulfed with lots of nature. You've got trees everywhere, you've got vines growing up buildings, and yet alone we're minutes from the beach. It's just a really cool vibe here. So Santa Barbara is right here on the coast. We thought what better way to get a vantage point than up in the air. So we're gonna try some parasailing for the first time for everybody. Let's go.
How high are we gonna go?
Like all the way up to the clouds.
All the way up to the clouds? I sure hope.
That's pretty far up there. I don't know. Once we're on the boat, they strapped us into the harnesses. They told us about the parachute and everything. They hooked up Emily and Parker. They went first.
I would say for parasailing, one thing that was kind of special is seeing Parker up there being surprised at how high we were.
Mom, I don't like it.
Once we got up there, she was like, Mom, we're really high. And I was like, yeah, we're really high. But then we both calmed down, we held hands, and just enjoyed that amazing view.
Hopefully we don't fly into a bird.
Hopefully we don't fly into a bird.
Emily and Parker did amazing. Tucker and I watched them and everything looked great. Boys' turn to go, so Tucker and I went up there.
Hello! Isn't this cool, Doc?
Yeah.
It's pretty chill, huh?
I could tell he was really nervous about the parasailing, but really having open communication with the guides really helped him overcome that fear, and we were able to watch him think about it, analyze it, and then execute, hooking himself up and going.
This is really fun.
Wow! What was it, guys?
That was really
That was awesome!
Yeah.
It was pretty smooth, huh?
There's no screams.
No screaming, no, it was awesome. Nice work, buddy.
Right in downtown Santa Barbara, they have this awesome place called Moxie. As a teacher, anytime we can do hands-on learning with the kids, it's a big win for both the kids and for the parents.
Moxie is a place for hands-on learning. All the exhibits that you'll see in the museum are focused around STEAM, which means that they are looking at science, technology, engineering, art, and math. But the way that we explore STEAM is through play-based learning. So everything is very fun and very playful as a way of deepening learning about the world around us. Welcome to Build It, Test It, Race It. This is our racetrack exhibit. So one question for you. Are you guys competitive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Are you ready for a race?
Yeah.
All right.
One of their more popular exhibits is to build your own car and racetrack. So as a competitive family, we were really excited to try it out and see whose car was going to be the fastest.
Ooh, we won that time.
We learned a lot throughout this experience because not only were there different variables that we had to think about, but as we continued to build out new cars, we learned about the value of weight. And then we also learned that when you change the track, the car's shape does change. Who's gonna win and who's gonna lose.
Welcome to the Innovation Workshop. As part of our museum experience, we have our Innovation Workshop. And this is really a space that we invite guests in to tinker and make, and it's really about the process and allowing kids' ideas to turn into something tangible and real.
Parker and Emily were off building the whole family in these like little wine cork people, whereas Tucker and I saw this Mandalorian helmet on the wall.
Now I'm thinking Mandalorian.
My first go at it was bit of a first draft, but Tucker actually made this really cool Mandalorian helmet. It actually fit on his head, so it was just a really fun experience for the whole family. This is a really cool hands-on learning experience for the kids, and Mom and Dad had a ton of fun there as well. So we really got to get in there, play with tons of different things, playing with magnets. We got to play with some water features. We were looking through periscopes. They had a whole wall of Legos that we got to build Lego stuff on the wall. Totally fun for the whole family. Parker and I wanted to try something totally different, and we went and met up with the Santa Barbara Trapeze Company to go try to learn how to swing in the air, do a little bit of trapeze, and maybe face some fears out there.
At Santa Barbara Trapeze Company, we offer recreational flying trapeze. We also offer a parkour and acrobatics program. We specialize in helping people who have never done the trapeze try something different and leave feeling a little more courageous and a little more confident.
I was thinking everything was gonna be fine and dandy and it was gonna be super cool until I climbed the ladder and got all the way to the top, and I was like, oh, we are actually way up here. But Parker was watching, so I had to put on my brave face and just go for it.
Good jump. Nice, Nick. Feet together. Good. Hang straight. Feet together, Nick. Feet together. You ready? Hip. Good. Nice, Nick. Well done, dude. Hey, guys, give it up for Nick right here. All right, come this way.
And then Parker went up, and I could tell she was nervous when she was climbing up the ladder and getting onto the stage up top. But she again put on her brave face and just went for it right away, and she was just amazing. Jump.
Yay, Parker. Nice.
Good job, Parker.
Good. All right, Parker, feet together. Oh,
That's
well
it.
done. Hey, I see that big smile up
Nice.
there. Wait there. Hip, let go. Lay back, lay back.
back.
Good, Parker.
Nice. Good job, Parker.
Yay, nice work.
We worked through a couple different phases. First was just the hanging phase, and then we worked our way up to the hanging knee step, which is swinging our knees up and onto the bar, and we were able to graduate from that up into the swinging knee catch, which was really cool because once you're up and on your knees, you can open up, arch your back, swing back, and have a guide or instructor catch your arms and then swing you past. And so you're just swinging on trapeze, holding somebody else's hands.
Head back, wait there. Hip, leg straight. Oh, hey, one more time. Let's try again. Ready? Hip, leg straight.
Jump, jump! Yay! You did it! Nice, Parker!
Oh, give me a high five. Did you have fun?
Parker's always wanted to do trapeze, and Tucker and I weren't so sure. So during that time, we actually got to take parkour and trampoline lessons.
But the idea is that we're gonna land on that edge, trying to make sure that we can stick the landing without like our heels touching or doing any other things like that. Yeah, look at that. A little bit of gymnasty, but yeah. Yeah, she's like, yes.
Parkour's tagline is really making your environment a playground, you know, taking the environment around you and learning how to do tricks off it, break glass ceilings, and we really resonated with that because even on a flatter surface, Tucker and I both were pushing ourselves to the point of being uncomfortable.
Oh,
That was it.
Yeah, look at that. That's it, dude.
Nice.
Thanks.
Parkour and trapeze is trial, fail, learn, and that's the growth mindset. Step up to a challenge or a new environment that we've never been in, execute a sequence of movements, and then we get to reflect what went well, what didn't go well, and what can I improve, and then I'm gonna try again.
And it's just like little steps at a time, right? 1% better each time. Yeah, that's it. And you see how you stepped high, right?
Yeah.
And then it pushed the block a little bit.
Yeah. It was really cool to see Tucker overcome some of his fears associated with learning parkour, learning more about his mobility, and pushing himself to do wall runs and hanging onto the wall.
Yes, bro!
You did it!
Yes.
High five. When we were finished with our parkour, we translated some of what we've learned onto their trampoline. What I didn't realize is that it was a super tramp and it feels a little different, it's a little more aggressive. So he taught us the proper way to land, how to absorb impact. So it was really a learning experience for both Tucker and I as well. It's a pretty magical moment watching your kid push themselves, but also watching them succeed in these challenging situations. It was not only really inspiring, but the stoke surrounding it was so much positive energy. I would hope any parent would get to see their child in that moment.
Yeah.
Best one.
Yeah. That was sick.
So we had an epic day doing the trapeze today, and we're back at the hotel having some s'mores, overlooking the ocean. Couldn't ask for a better way to finish the day off. It's still on fire. Did you get it? I think you're good. You're safe now.
We rolled into the Santa Ynez Valley, where the hills stretch in every direction and vineyards seem endless. It's wine country, but it's also a place where you can find plenty of adventure.
So taking the family to Highline Adventure was a real treat because they had this whole thing called Skynet where you go up and it's almost like a trampoline up in the trees. It was just a really fun place and really cool just being up that high off the ground, and kids absolutely loved it.
The ropes course is a high ropes challenge course. We have 2 levels, a lower level, upper level, with about 4 main routes. It does vary in difficulty. Everyone's kind of different, but because you're wearing a harness and you got your own gear to manage, it is individual, but also great to do in groups and families because you need someone there cheering you on and helping you out throughout the course.
Good job out there, you killed it. You think you're ready for the top level?
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna click right onto that red magnet and you start going up this black net here.
It really surprised me that Tucker willingly and actually asked to go up to the next level. So I was really proud of him because not only did he overcome his fear of the Highline course, but he actually asked to participate in something even more challenging.
We're above the trees.
Is it way harder?
Yes.
Mom wouldn't like it. As a parent, those controlled environments where the kids get to play, have fun, and push themselves is really something that is very special, very fun, and just awesome to watch. I was definitely really excited to visit a vineyard while we're here in California. You hear so much about California wine. Folded Hills did not disappoint. It's not just a vineyard, it's also a working farm.
We got to do a little bit of fishing, check out some of the different animals on the grounds. They had chickens, miniature cows, they had camels, zebra, horses, and these itty-bitty miniature pigs that Parker absolutely loved to play with. There was something for the whole family.
That's about a 3-week-old pig, 2 weeks maybe.
Once we were done visiting all the animals, it was time for Nick and I to enjoy trying some of the Folded Hills wine. The first thing I noticed is that Kim is really passionate about the wine. She knows so much about it, and it really shows throughout the whole making process and the whole environment just how much love and passion goes into her bottles. I definitely have a few new favorites.
Oh, we're so happy you came to Folded Hills.
Thank you so much for having us.
Welcome. How are you guys? Nice to meet you. I'm Jen. Are you guys ready to ride?
Just outside of Solvang is the Alisal Ranch, and it was the perfect opportunity to go check out some horses, and Parker was stoked. There you go, Parker. What do you think?
We're Alisal Guest Ranch. We're a working cattle ranch here in Santa Ynez Valley. We're a privately owned small ranch, 10,600 acres. We have over, I want to say 45 miles of trails, so we can pretty much ride all day in any direction.
Our guide Jen took us all through the back trails of the Alisal Ranch, and it was just amazing to see the size of this working ranch. We got to learn all about it. They've got over 1,400 head of cattle, over 100 working horses on the ranch. It really was just an absolutely stunning property, and what better way to roll through the rolling mountains than on horseback. There's no cell phones, there's no nothing. You're just rolling through, looking at nature in its finest. Solvang is this super cute, unique town that has a ton of Danish culture here, and we wandered all the way into the Solvang bakery and got to check out making some gingerbread.
Solvang is a Danish community, but it's also attracted a lot of people from Scandinavia. Our family happens to be Finnish heritage, and gingerbread is a celebratory dessert and tradition in all of Scandinavia and Europe. So my mom decided to make that as one of our specialty items, and they've just gotten more and more elaborate over the years. All right, guys, now we saw your decorating pros, so you're gonna get a contest going here, girls against boys.
All right.
And you have 15 minutes to decorate these houses however you'd like, and then Susan and I are gonna be the judge.
Oh, I like it.
All right?
Okay.
what a great way to get the family together. You get to eat sugar and sweets and yummy gingerbread, but at the same time, it really brings out the family's creativity. At the end, no one could decide which one was better decorated because there were unique aspects to both of them. But I think that's the beauty of decorating gingerbread houses, is that you see candy, you see the house, and you just have to get creative with it.
So walking through Ventura was really just this cool little coastal vibe town, a lot of shops, bookstores, cafes, a lot of thrift and vintage stores, and it really just had that kind of strong beach vibe going on. And it really, looking out from the city out over the ocean was, I mean, just amazing. Come on, guys.
We are going to explore the beachfront, and this time we're going to do it through a different style of bike. Not sure how I feel about parkour in the front.
You ready? Okay, and off we go. Oh, wow.
When we arrived, I was expecting each of us to be on our own bikes, but this one was actually one bike that fit 4 of us. We actually all got to bike together on one bike.
So either you guys are helping a lot, or just Parker being off them has made it way easier to bike. So we're able to take this ferry right out of the marina, and it was super cool to just get on such a big boat. I was kind of thinking like, oh, we're taking a boat taxi from one spot to another, but we were quickly just engulfed in dolphins from every angle. Parker, loving dolphins, was absolutely thrilled, and Tucker was just so stoked to see so many dolphins all at once. It was really a special moment. That was amazing.
My family loves kayaking, my family loves caving, but something we've never done is gone kayaking through caves.
This is pretty cool.
Kayaking through the caves is really unique, not something that I've ever done before, so I was a little intimidated because I'm thinking water, tight spaces, but these were wide open spaces. We went through some narrow ones, but only because our confidence really grew and we just saw how beautiful and spectacular they were. Look at this. Look at this. Use the hands. We have found ourselves surrounded by sea lions. Mom is not complaining. This is absolutely incredible. We weren't anticipating seeing any more wildlife, but we actually had a sea lion popping up beside the kayak, and we got to see a seal on top of that. We just got done kayaking. We saw some really cool caves. Now we're actually gonna head into shore and actually go explore the top of this island at this point. So we're gonna do some hiking.
So the Channel Islands offer different trails, and we had enough time to go check out the Caverns hike. It was really cool to be able to just hike up and see these sea walls just go straight up out of the ocean, and these huge cliffs with amazing vantage points looking out over the ocean. Just an amazing hike. We actually even saw island fox. A little bit steeper to get up there, but it really just was a magnificent view out over the ocean. How's it going?
Wonderful, you guys. Welcome to Mondo's. So
awesome.
Good to see you. 5 on the line. So good, double up.
You can definitely tell there's a lot of history and surf culture in Ventura. So as a family, we decided it'd be great for us to experience it for ourselves, and we signed up the whole family for our first ever surf lesson.
Loving this. We got sunset happening here, about to jump in the water, doing our surf lesson, and I don't know, I'm pretty stoked. What are you thinking?
Pretty stoked just to get out in the water.
Stoke is high.
You know, Mondo's is one of the best world-class beginning surf breaks anywhere. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's really fun for families. You just pull over on Highway 1, easy access down to this world-class beginning break, and it's really open to everybody to learn, and everyone shares the stoke out there. Mondo's has a really good vibe.
So Chipper Bro was one of the coolest guys I've ever met. Just a huge ball of positive energy, a grin from ear to ear, and just everything was all about keeping the stoke high.
He was very calm, very encouraging. We felt very safe with him, and it really helped the kids shine. It just worked out perfectly because Tucker got the confidence he needed and Parker got all the support and enthusiasm.
We were going so fast.
That was awesome. It was so cool to just have the stoke so high with the family that we were actually the last ones off the water. Everybody was just stoked to just be out there. You're out in the ocean, watching the sunset all around you. What better place to be and enjoy the sunset than just out in the water at Mondo Beach with a whole group of people having a good time. So our trip to California has been absolutely phenomenal. It's been amazing to actually explore 3 different destinations, each of them incredibly unique. Such different areas, different style, different culture.
Ventura.
California is such a huge state. There's so much more to explore. We're gonna have to come back as a family.